Hi everyone, Chris Kehler here again from Chris Kehler Holistic. I've been getting a lot of phone calls lately, a lot of emails, a lot of people asking with your energy medicine, what can you do, what can't you do? The question mostly is what can't be done when you're working with energy. Ultimately, I'm not going to be able to regrow a limb or bring somebody back to life. That's just impossible, of course. But ultimately, a list of things that I have accomplished using my form of energy medicine. The big things like pain in your bodies, arthritis, the lower back pain that everybody has generally is going to be a calcium or an iron buildup or some other heavy metal built up in the muscles and just causing the muscles to seize up, causing them to rust, oxidize, and that type of thing. Big thing is herpes zoster or shingles. Many people have it. Sometimes it's misdiagnosed as an eczema or something like that. Removing that, my mother-in-law, for one, is a prime example. I'm her favorite son-in-law now, apparently. That is very doable in very short time, 1 or 2 sessions, and we can easily get rid of shingles. Arthritis, fibromyalgia. Again, fibromyalgia. What is your fibromyalgia? A lot of cases I see uric acid crystals in the body. So that means, of course, that your urinary system is not working properly. Your kidneys are backed up. Uric acid gets into the body. Your body chelates it, turns it into a crystal so it doesn't absorb, but then it gets into your joints, your muscles. And the uric acid crystal itself is just like a little knife. And it's going to cut through the cartilage and it's going to cause a lot of pain in your muscles. So basically, any kind of physical health problem, ongoing bacterial infections. Let's look at MRSA staph infections. They call it this really troublesome hospital infection. With infections like that, you have to get right into the DNA and the chromosome because the chromosome keeps, or the DNA cell keeps on multiplying, replicating. So it's going to replicate with that virus within it. So you have to get at that depth of level. And with this type of energy medicine, yes, you can get right into the DNA. It is that easy, okay? It is possible. Now, philosophy-wise, I look at the DNA as a computer program, let's say, okay? So all your chromosomes are like a motherboard plugged in with certain programs that do things for your body. Now, a lot of the genetic scientists will say, well, you've got 75% of your DNA is junk DNA. Well, let's put a spin on it. Let's call it dormant DNA that has not yet been programmed. So you got lots of gigabytes left within your DNA that could be programmed. And with the energy medicine, with my pyramids, with my intent, we can easily program that DNA to do something, to rectify something, to override another program. Okay, so you got a program with a virus within your DNA. We can create a program with intent. Put it in your dormant DNA and it'll override that one so that it can correct things, okay? Now we can go and work spiritually. So for a lot of people who are having spiritual awakenings at this point, with the 5D activations coming up very soon, I think after this video it's supposed to be on Wednesday. Don't quote me on that. That's what I keep on getting with my pendulum, and sometimes the timelines are off within the universe compared to 3D Earth, so sometimes things are off. When people make predictions, they don't happen. That's why, because the timelines are very off. So we can work spiritual. We can do development that way. And what I mean by that is by clearing certain areas of your aura, your divine self, your Christ consciousness. I even work within the Holy Grail. Okay, the Holy Grail is not a cup that was used by Christ to drink out of. The Holy Grail is an energy, okay? So I clear that and reconnect to your I am presence, your God self. So when you have these connections in place, when you've done these clearings in all these different bodies, your divine flame, your spiritual, all these different bodies exist. And the more you can think of, the more there is. By making these connections, by doing these clearings, you become more enlightened. Your consciousness starts to become more working for you, okay? You realize things are clearer. When you've had your head in the clouds and you're just trying to get through life, all of a sudden you do these clearings and it's like, hey, you know what? things are different. Things are a lot better, a lot more easier to deal with. So the spiritual clearings and those connections are very, very important. I've done a lot of work with people looking for fertility answers. Okay, prime example, my wife and I. Okay, she had a couple miscarriages. Now we've got a 20-month-old beautiful boy named Joshua, and we got another one on the way, due February of next year. So that's just a cool thing. You know, there is prime example that the energy medicine does work. You can do anything you want with it. You know, I'm just tickled pink all the time of all the things that I work on with different people, and it makes a difference in their life. Overeating problems, okay, hormonal issues, the list goes on and on. And when I take this energy, this quantum energy, and I put it within my wristbands, okay, now you've got a medium or a modality or a way to have the energy available to you all the time. With the wristbands, the biggest success I've had is with sleep issues. I call it the sleep band. I've been marketing it, and people are buying it, and they're just the results I'm getting are enormous. Probably 95% of everybody who buys them gets some kind of better sleep, whether it's waking up in the middle of the night and you go back to bed and you fall asleep right away, or that anxiety that when your head is spinning with all the thoughts that you've had throughout the day. When you can put those aside, then your body can sleep properly and everything works much better when you wake up in the morning, okay? So you name it, any kind of health problem whatsoever, heart problems, lung problems, brain problems, DNA problems, spiritual problems, all these are easily done. Now, what I've been doing a lot of lately too is clearing houses of spirits, okay? Spirits are everywhere, okay? They don't just go up to heaven and stay there. There's probably 50 spirits in this room right now as we're talking, and quite often I'll get something brushing me on the top of my head and it feels almost like an angel wing or something like that. And now if there's a spirit trapped in your house, it's an old house, somebody's died in that house and it doesn't realize they're dead and they don't cross over to the light, I can clear them out. It can be done over the phone, over the computer, with a picture. It doesn't matter. It can be done. So have a look at the rest of my videos. I've done lots of explanations about the work I do, because ultimately it is very, very hard to describe, and it is a little difficult to get your mind around exactly what can be done. So keep on looking, keep on listening to Extreme Health Radio with Justin and Kate. These people are awesome. They've been promoting me. I've been promoting them, and we're doing mass healings on their radio show. So if you're listening to any particular show where I'm on, we always do a mass healing for either arthritis or diabetes or something like that, and people are getting some results. So please have a look at my website, chriskehler.net. If you have questions, please feel free and send me an email, ckehler100@shaw.ca. I will get back to you. I love hearing from people. I love hearing about your stories and the success we've had together. Give me a phone call. My phone number is on my website. I will pick up the phone and talk to you. I'm not hard to get a hold of at all. A lot of people think I'm, extremely busy and backed up for a year. No, it's not that way, because people, when they come see me, 2 or 3 treatments, and that's all you need. So I'm not backed up. I can make appointments for anybody almost any time, usually within a week or 2. Not a problem. So once again, Chris Kehler from Chris Kehler Holistic. The website is chriskehler.net, and we will be talking to you again very soon. Take care.